Hello, bienvenidos. As you guys can see from the title today, I am updating you guys on my Pan That Face palette. I'm currently panning two face palettes if you're unaware, and I am very excited to see what it is that I've done. I typically don't pay attention too much until I do my updates, and then I realize, oh, I've been doing some damage without even realizing. So if that's something that interests you, stay tuned. But first, if you're new, welcome. Alejandra, I go by Alex. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a Dash Project Pan. If that is something you want to continue to see on your feed, subscribe and join us. And now let's get on with this update. Alright, so let's start out with the very first one, which is this one. This is the Too Faced Love Flush palette. I have been panning this now. This is my second year panning it. And my goal this month was to try to finish Love Hangover. I had already finished Justify My Love and Your Love Is King, the last two shades last month. I was able to finish those off, and I wanted to work on Love Hangover and the I Will Always Love You blush shade. So I'm going to post the photos of both of them right now, and as you guys can see, I have finished Love Hangover. That one was rather easy to finish. I had no problems finishing that up. I actually missed it when it was gone because it was a really nice shade, and then I was able to hit a really nice pan in I Will Always Love You. This is a really pretty shade. I'm wearing it today on my cheeks, and it just goes really nice with my cream lip product that I'm using. It works really, really well with it. And I really do like how it looks. So I've been using this one non-stop almost every single day, and it is beautiful, beautiful. So as you guys can see, I am almost done with this palette. Going forward, obviously, my goal is to finish off I Will Always Love You, which I will not have a problem with. And then just go ahead and finish off the How Deep Is Your Love. Now, How Deep Is Your Love is pretty pigmented. It's deep. It is pigmented. I feel like this side of the palette was very deep, and then this side was more lighter, wearable, like less pigmented, I would say, like in your face. This one's pretty pigmented. I did try it a few times just to see how it worked and how I would like it. But it is going to be great because it is a pinky peach shade, and it'll go great for the spring, summertime. I am anticipating this is gonna last me 2 months, and then after 2 months, I will be rolling in a new palette. Now, you guys went ahead and I showed you some options, and there is a top 3. I'm gonna share with you guys those top 3 when that time comes, and then let you guys know what decision I have decided to make, because I've been playing around with that idea this past month, knowing that this is gonna be gone fairly soon. I'm anticipating 2 months, but it could be just another month and a half. I don't know. So I'm already prepping myself for what it is that I want to pan going forward to replace this palette. And I have come up with the one that I am going to use. I will share it all with you guys when that time comes, but I just want to let you guys know this is coming to an end. This palette is coming to an end, which I'm happy about. I'm thrilled. Now, I don't know if next year I'm gonna end up having a face palette empty, just because last year when I panned those 2 highlighting palettes, I finished one and the other one was very, very difficult, and I'm not gonna finish that at all. So I don't know, but we'll see. So this is how this one's at right now. Now let's move on to the IT Cosmetics Je ne quoi palette. This one's a little bit tougher, and this is gonna be a tough cookie. My goal was just to concentrate on the bronzer side, the highlighting side, and a little bit of the blush side, because the setting powder was going to be an under eye setting powder. So you're not going to see much. I'm trying my best to take photos where you can kind of see it on an angle and see the progress that I'm seeing in live. Like as I'm holding this product, I can see that I'm wearing off the edges, but it's difficult to capture that on camera for you guys. So I will explain it to you guys. So I'll show you the before and after on both this palette so you guys can see it. To the naked eye looking at it, it looks like I have done absolutely nothing to it. It just looks a little bit more dirtier, to be honest with you. It just looks dirtier. That's all that this looks. But examining it closer, and I'm trying not to blind you guys, examining it closer, I can see that the highlighter now has a nice dip in there. There is a nice dip in the center. I can see it, and I'm hoping that the camera, when I took photos, it'll capture that. So I have been using this highlighter almost daily. I've been mixing it with other highlighters because, again, this is so light and so natural that there are days where I just want something to give me a punch. Now, today I'm only wearing this one on my cheeks. I don't know, can you guys see that? It's a very, very natural look, but I am wearing a glowy cream highlighter under it. So that's what it's giving me, that nice glow on my cheeks. So I am liking this one. It's beautiful, and it's a beautiful mix with other ones because it's not so dark in its shade and tone. So it works well with pinks. It works well with champagnes, bronzes. I don't see myself having an issue hitting pan or even finishing off this pan this year. I can already see the nice damage. Now let's move on to its partner, the one that I've been using basically since almost day one, which is this bronzer. This bronzer, looking at it from an angle, and I'm looking at it from an angle, it doesn't look like I did squat. No, you guys. And I'm trying my best. Yeah, I can see a little bit of wearing down on this edge over here. But I'm telling you, this is a very, very, oh, I feel it right here. Okay, so I feel this edge being a little bit more deeper. It is definitely deeper in there. This is what this one looks like, you guys. This is just going to take a very, very long time for me to hit pan on. But I can feel it right here. So it looks like as I'm swirling my brush, I'm getting this edge over here. And I might hit side pan on this one. But that's going to take a very long time. Very long time. I'm wearing it again today. It's not a problem at all. I'm not having an issue with it. And it's nice to mix with a glowy blush. Whenever I roll one in my whole collection project pan, it's been beautiful to mix it with this one. So it's there. It's there. And I can see myself being able to reach for other bronzers throughout the summertime or throughout the rest of the year and mixing it with this one just because this is so light and so user-friendly that I don't have a problem with it. But I am doubting how much I will be able to use of this. Normally, I am a bronzer fanatic when it comes to using them up. I'm really good at using up bronzers, but this one's giving me a run for my money. Definitely. So let's move on to the powder, you guys. Now, the powder had usage on it before when I tried to use it all over my face, didn't like it. I have since finished my under eye setting powder that I was using, and now I have started to use this as my setting powder under my eyes. The verdict is still out. I don't know if I like it, to be honest with you guys. The good thing about it, it's a very light and very thin formula of a powder. So it is working under my eyes, but I don't know once I get a tan if it's gonna work well. Because I try to buff it in real well under my eyes so I don't get that stark white under my eyes, which I don't know if it's working or not. I don't know if it's, I'm still debating whether this powder is causing me to get like fine lines right here throughout the day and it making me look older and I have to refresh my under eyes, or is it the concealer? I don't know. So it's still out. I'm still going to continue to use it just to see and test out with other concealers to see if it is the powder or the concealer itself. But I can see a divot right here. There's a divot right here where I've been placing my brush to swirl it in there to get powder from my under eyes. It's not bad, but I can see that it does like accentuate a little bit of my fine lines. But again, I don't know if it's the concealer I'm using or if it's this. And finally is this blush. I have used this blush. It is super powdery. There is no dip. There is not much in here just because I have been concentrating on this one a lot more. And this one it's soft, but it's a pink. And I just don't know how I feel about pinks. As much as I like peaches, there's times where I like pink, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this blush yet. But the ones that I have here left are very pigmented, so it competes with this one. So this is the one where I'm going to just let it go for a little bit longer until I am done with this. And then I'll put this one as my forefront to at least hit pan on it by the end of the year. But as of right now, the one that I've used the least has been the blush. This has the most usage, followed by the powder and then the bronzer. Even though the bronzer I've used the longest out of all four, it's still there. It's ridiculous how much the products are in here. I have panned other IT Cosmetics products, and let me tell you, if you're looking for a brand that has good quality complexion products, because I feel like this is good quality. There's nothing wrong with it at all, but I now know what my preferences are, and this is a few years old in my collection, so if I would have seen this today, I wouldn't have bought it, but I have it and I do enjoy it. IT Cosmetics has really, really good complexion products, and they last so long. If you ever bought the CC cream, that lasts a long time. That lasts longer for me than normal typical foundations do for me. The It Cosmetics brow powder pencil that I have, oh my goodness, that thing lasts me forever. Any type of complexion products last you forever. I've had other It Cosmetics singles that last you forever. You are getting your money's worth when it comes to It Cosmetics products because they give you a lot and it's not a product you blow through like the Charlotte Tilbury powder. No, these will last you a lifetime. So when I rolled this in, I was a little bit naive because I didn't realize how much each product had in there as far as grams. When I realized that, I knew this was going to be tough. I knew this was going to be tough, but I still wanted this to show some love because it is a nice palette. So I don't know where we're going to end up with that one. As you guys can hear in my voice and my thoughts, I am doubting myself that I will be able to at least finish off any products in there. But once I am done with this one, this is my sole priority when it comes to these. And then my second one I'll roll in is my secondary one. So we're going to see where we stand with that. But as you guys can see, it is dirty. It is loved, and I love that about it. So I'm not upset about that at all. But I just wanted to let you guys know where I stand, how my thought process is, because it's nice to know and see where we are with the products themselves. But as the user of the product, I always like to give you guys my thoughts of how it is that I'm feeling about these products, because if you're considering panning them or you're considering purchasing anything from these brands, you have an idea of how far your money will go. And I can tell you, It Cosmetics will take you a long way. Very long way. And I know one of you guys that watches my videos also has a ton of It Cosmetics products, and you can agree with me how long these take. You and I have been panning a lot of It Cosmetics products together, so we both know. So that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put my videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.